Hello, thank you so much for purchasing with Medium Emary. Today we're going to give you a palm reading. This is a special reading as I have never really given an actual booked reading, a palm reading before. So this is something special that I will probably soon include in my services, still deciphering on that, but we're going to sage before beginning your palm reading. I do have a photo of your palm here. Your name and info will be confidential. Saging is a way to clear out the energy from any negative vibration or negative energy as we will begin your reading. I do have some written information from looking at your photo right when you sent it to me. So I will go through the basics of your palm and what your basic format of your palm represents, and then from there I will intuitively channel what I'm receiving on a psychic level as a channeler. So I'm going to pray really quickly before I begin your palm reading, and then from there I will read off the notes that I have for your palm reading. All right. Praying is a way for me to tune into your energy and keep anything negative out of the reading. All right. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen. I ask spirit guides and angels of the person I am focusing on to reveal to her what she needs to know in this present time. I ask spirit guides of mine to help me interpret the information to her in the best of my abilities, and that the information that comes through may come through a higher intention of God. I am now open to receiving information in regards to her palm lines. I will only receive information of God's pierced intention, God's white light. Anything of negative vibration is not welcome in this reading, as I am now open to receive. Thank you. All right, so I will start off. So I have your picture of your palm here, which I'm not going to show to the camera. Okay. Based off your palm itself, you do have a fire hand. All right. A fire hand consists of a person that is just filled with excitement, filled with very much positive energy, very much a person of leader qualities. So a lot of fire-handed people are considered people who live successful lives. All right. Usually known as a long palm and then short fingers. Okay, as I looked more into as well, a lot of fire-handed people are people that get into showbiz or acting or singing, things that involve them being in the spotlight and being the center of attention. All right, very much leader qualities. Like I said, again, you're driven by living a thrilled, exciting life. With a fire hand itself, you guys possess this physically active quality to you where you guys always have to be constantly on the go and doing things, okay? A lot of the people, as I was looking at your hand in general too, I was picking up intuitively your palm itself. A lot of the people you've met in your life are people that are known as spirits that are known and referred to as soulmates. Okay, so when you think of a soulmate, it doesn't mean they have to be a lover. You know, people, when they think of soulmates, they think of a soulmate just being a lover. No, soulmates can be friends, family. Soulmates are technically people, souls, spirits, souls, mostly souls that you have lived many lives with and you have very strong connections with. So a lot of like your girlfriends and friends, I feel a lot of female energy. So a lot of these girlfriends, a lot of female friends, female energy that is in your life, like for example, your daughters or your girlfriends, you have these strong bonds and connections with because you've lived many lives with them, and it could have been reversed roles. For example, your daughters could have been your mother in another past life, or your daughters could have been like your sisters in another past life. So you have very much strong bonds, strong soul connections, usually referred to as soul families, soul groups that keep reincarnating and living in the same soul family. So they'll reincarnate with each other always in every life, all right? Referred to as past lives, okay? Also, as I was looking at your hand, so let's go to the mount. So right here, as I was looking at your palm, it's very thick. Okay, and when it is thick like that, it just represents a person that's very close to nature, a person that is that can be how do I say it? They have like a butterfly mind. Okay, so this is what I wrote down, and then I'll channel afterwards. A butterfly mind indicates somebody that can't, it's not a bad thing, you know, some people possess more common sense and logical sense than emotional, you know. You have this tendency where you'll be more emotional than logical. So there are a lot of people that are more earthly bounded and they're very logical people. Their emotions don't take over them intensely, but with you, you have a very butterfly mind. So with that, you have difficulties in making decisions. Decisions are really hard for you to do. Okay, some people are very good at making decisions. They know what they want, they make the decision, but with very butterfly-minded people, it's hard for them to make decisions because they could be very emotional and sensitive, and that takes over them more than their common sense and logical sense. So you're more of an emotional person than a logical, common sense person. Okay. I'm seeing here what else I wrote. Also here on the lifeline, at some point you have it broken, and when it's broken, it represents it represents a person who has parents that are from another country, or parents that settled from another country to where they are now. So that's a very common line that represents that. Okay. And then I'm just seeing here what else I wrote, and then I'll just tune in and channel your energy itself. As I was looking at your palm, I do feel strong grandmother energy spirit with you. I think you did tell me that recently in like a post on Facebook, but I feel her very much with you, and for me, she's a guide for you. That's how she comes through to me. You know, some people who have past loved ones in spirit, they're not always your guides. They can be there for you when you need them. You can call upon them when you want to get signs from them. But usually there's sometimes loved ones that once they pass and transition on to the other side, they come through and they'll decide to be your guide. So a guide is like, if you think of it, a guide is an earthly incarnated being that once lived an earthly life that comes through in spirit and is chosen and chooses to help guide a person that's still living an earthly life. So I feel like your grandmother is helping you and guiding you in your earthly life. So she very much works with you more. And this is something that you can talk to her, communicate with her about, and you'll get more clear, intuitive you know, signs and guidance from her, especially in dreams and things like that. Okay, so I'm gonna look at your palm, and then I'm just gonna channel now by myself. This is without my notes that I wrote to you, hon. Okay, but I am gonna tell you the mount is here, and a headline, which I was saying you have the butterfly kind of mind, which you're more emotional and logical, is this right here, hon. So you could be aware of that. Okay, all right. You do have trauma lines, which is completely normal because everybody goes through trauma lines, but it's certain trauma lines due to certain relationships you have been in your past that start off in certain areas. Okay, so I will just channel and look here. Okay, as I'm looking at your palm, I do feel like you have this sense where you can doubt yourself sometimes. It's really weird because you'll have this one mindset that you're just like, okay, this is who I am. I feel good about it. I feel good about it. Like one moment you're up, one moment you're down, one moment you're up, one moment you're down. So I wouldn't say it's a moodiness, but it's a more sense of self-doubt that I feel like you know, spirit doesn't want you to doubt yourself. It's the kind of thing that, like, if you feel that first instinct, first instinct and the first feeling you get, go with it because it's always 100% correct because that's your first, how do you call it? That's intuition. That first instinct you get. Don't, like, comprehend it or try to analyze it because then you'll just ruin it. So it's more of, like, you know, don't doubt yourself. Stop, like, resisting that and doubting yourself whenever you feel a feeling towards something or when you feel like doing something about something. Don't hold yourself back from things, okay? Things that have to do with, I don't know, your life situations, decision making, etc., okay? Okay. You have a lot of qualities. You've lived in the sense of you have a lot of qualities of living past lives where you've helped a lot of people. You've healed a lot of people. You have a lot of religious past lives where you were kind of like, I wouldn't say a nun, but you worked with the church and you would help and give and you know, heal people and try to help people if they were poor or if they needed a place to live or things like that. You worked for the church and you literally served God. Okay, you have a lot of past lives like that, okay? You have a very strong connection to the church in your past lives. All right, hon? I will continue here. I do feel something. There's something that I'm feeling future prospects wise. So when I refer to future prospects, it means in the vibration itself, what I'm receiving from your palm itself, what I'm feeling now. Again, future prospects doesn't mean it's always going to happen. You could step out the door, make one decision, and your whole, like, you know, it changes everything. So it's more of just what I'm feeling vibrationally right now. I am feeling a good sum of money coming in really soon. It's either a big project or a big business. I don't know if you're in or family's in or a family member or a friend, but it's more of like there's a sum of money and a big project or a big business thing that like is going to bring money and it's going to be really good. I don't know if it's like I said, a project or something like that, but keep that in mind because I'm feeling some money coming in. A good sum of money that's going to come in from this project or this business, okay? I don't know if it's from your husband or from you itself or your family member, but just keep in mind there's something of like you're going to get a good sum from this thing, okay? I am feeling within, I don't know if it's something you've been waiting on and you've been seeing if it's going to happen, you're waiting on the answer, I don't know what it is, or it's in the process, but there's something with that, and I feel within the next like 2 months or so, like 2 months, this is going to happen, or you're going to find out like news about it. Like I would say 2 months. I'm picking up 2 months, hon, okay? Anything. Yeah, I wouldn't say 2 weeks because I'm hearing number 2, so I'm thinking 2 months, okay? I'm going to see what else I'm picking up here, okay? It's a funny thing because I am a medium, so I start picking up on spirit. I feel your father very much coming through. Again, it's a palm reading, so I'm just going to go with the palm reading. But no, he's just coming through to say, I'm okay, I'm okay, I'm okay. All right? It's just very strongly coming through. He's been communicating a lot with your daughters, I'm feeling. He's saying he's like communicating a lot. So he's either showing signs or somebody just recently had a dream or he's trying to get into their dream states. But there's something about either someone recently just had a dream about him or recently like had like a sign happen, like something, and then it reminded them of him, something like that he's just talking about. If not, it's gonna happen soon, but he's talking to me about that. Okay. I'm also seeing a very strong connection with you with it's very weird. I only say it if I really do feel it. I do feel like you have some past lives as well as a Native American, an Indian. So like I wouldn't say from India, but more of like Native American, probably India, but there's some Indian descent coming through for you. Not ancestral, that's not what I mean. But there's some, it can be, I don't know if you have ancestral, but there's some Native American spirits that work with you as well that you've had past lives as and you have around you. You have a lot of Native American spirits around you as well, or Indian spirits. There's that energy coming in like India or Native American around you. Okay, so if you've ever felt like a strong connection to those things, or you felt a strong connection to like nature itself, it's because of that. Like what I mean by nature, when I'm feeling these things, I'm seeing like rivers and like, I just don't know if you have like a home, like what is it called? Like a summer home in like North Carolina or South Carolina or Tennessee. I don't know, but there's something about like, okay, besides keep in mind the Native American Indian past lives, but I'm also picking up either you have like a home, a summer home, or like a place you're going to go to this summer. Like, I don't know if you're going to go to Tennessee or North Carolina. You guys are taking a trip somewhere where there's like a lot of water, like rivers. I don't know, but there's something about this place that you're going to visit. Again, it could be future prospects, but I'm seeing like this place. It's really beautiful. It has a lot of nature that you're going to visit very soon, or it's been in the back of your mind, or, you know, it's family vacation or family plans. But there's something about, I don't know if this is a family home or summer home to you, or this is just a vacation that you planned, but there's something about a place that has a lot of nature. Like a lot of nature is super beautiful, okay, that just comes through. But no, you do have Native American spirits around you. Okay. I know I said there's your grandmother in spirit, but there is another like couple of females on the other side for you. So they either could be sisters in spirit, sisters of your dad, sisters of your mom, or sisters of your grandmother, because there's other females coming through. I know your grandmother's coming through, that she's acknowledging she's with you and she's a guide, but there's other females in spirit. So either sisters to your grandmother, there's like females. So they're coming in as sisters or aunts to you, but it's like either they're sister to your dad or sister to your mom or sister to your grandmother. So they're in spirit as well. They're just acknowledging they're there too. Because your grandmother's telling me there's someone here, there's someone else, another female. All right. So know that. Keep that in mind. I'm not going to get much into detail because this is a palm reading, but I am a medium, so I start picking up on other spirits. Okay. It's very strange because a lot of your life path itself, which I'm going to leave you with this, your life path itself, a lot of that's what has happened is due to history repeating itself. So when I say things like this, it's because either there's been old habits or old patterns that haven't been, resolved, and then it just repeats itself again. Because either you didn't learn from the first lesson and then it repeats itself again. I do feel that was something that was always a very big problem to you, a really big issue for you. Lessons that haven't been resolved and it's unfinished. So you could say they were from other past lives. Your other past lives have been brought to this life, and then it would just come up in this life a lot, and you just kind of wouldn't get it, and it was just a lesson again and again, and it would happen over and over. I do feel like you got into that point where you are opening up yourself more, you're having more self-awareness, a self-awakening. I do feel like it's taking you a long time to get to that point, but you're finally getting there where you're having the self-awakening and you're accessing that awareness part of things. Now, what I mean by awareness, I don't mean awareness on a physical level, I mean on a spiritual level. I do feel like once your father passed, a lot of that spiritual awareness and spiritual awakening kind of just turned on out of nowhere, and I want you to run with it because it's kind of part of your soul growth and spiritual expansion. So know that you're kind of having like a spiritual awakening. That's what I'm calling it, and it's like it's opening up more. You may not understand why there's certain things you're drawn to and then other things that you're not. I feel like, again, it's due to your past lives. Since you have a lot of Native American and Indian past lives, you're drawn a little bit to this kind of spiritual new age stuff that, like, obviously the work that I do. But it's not because, you're crazy or because, it's bad. It's more because you're just drawn to it due to those lives. You can't explain it, but there's something weird about it and you feel something about it. Because in these lives you've lived, you used to practice this stuff and this used to be something you were always around. But no, you are in this spiritual awakening. So it's kind of like you're waking up and you're realizing we're more of spiritual beings than physical beings. So I just feel like there's a big shift for you right now on a spiritual aspect. You're getting more wisdom. You're getting more downloads. That's what we call it, downloads. Downloads is when you just start receiving stuff and you don't know where it comes from. And it's like instant information and you just know things and you're gaining intuition. And you self-doubt it and you like kind of try to comprehend it, and that's you kind of ruining it, because when intuition comes through, you're not supposed to analyze it, you're supposed to just trust. So that's what I'm feeling with that, hun. It's very cool, and I hope you enjoyed that reading. I send lots of love to you and your family, and let me know your thoughts. Bye now.